Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Bahrain Now. With me, your host, Bara Abdallah, as we showcase all latest talents, initiatives, and happenings in Bahrain on all it has to offer. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing beats like the quality time reading a good book. This Bahraini-based book drive wants to share the joy of reading with kids and students all around Bahrain, making sure no book goes to waste. So with us here tonight is Hani and Aisha from Traveling Page. So good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you tonight?
We're good.
Great. How are you?
Great, great. I am so interested in your topic. So let us know, Traveling Pages, what's that about?
So a month ago or two, yeah, I think it was a month ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we decided to start a book drive where we collect books from people all across the country and then donate them to schools who might need them for their libraries.
Okay.
And yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Simply said, definitely. Yeah. So what drove you to do that?
So Aisha and I both grew up with a really large book influence. So be it reading fairy tales or even dipping our toes into poetry from a very young age.
Wow.
Both Aisha and I realized that right now, students around Bahrain are not getting that extra push that we got as kids to read. And especially during the pandemic, when schools have been online, students are sitting on a computer for 8 hours a day. And then what's the first thing they do when they want to break?
Phone.
Yes.
Exactly.
Games, right?
Yeah.
I got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so easy to go to the thing that provides you instant gratification. For example, like phones or any other sort of technology. But books require more time, more patience.
And effort.
And that's just not something everyone wants to do, especially halfway through a pandemic when you're kind of low on all sorts of energy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that is very interesting, actually, for you to say that. So now, is that a mission you guys have?
Oh
Like,
yeah, for sure.
To go in to make sure that you introduce or reintroduce the book culture.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that is why we started
it.
So,
Yeah.
but why? What drove you to do that? What motivated you the most?
So as we said, like living through the pandemic, we had a lot of time to reflect upon life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we just started thinking about things that have been most meaningful to us and things that have helped us through this pandemic. And we both reached books because
It's something that's always prevalent. You know, they always say that books are the gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
You can always pick up a book and read it, and then the moment you're done, you always want to go up to a next one or reread it or do some form of other reading.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we look at books specifically, you realize how grateful we have to be because so many other students or children around don't have the luxury of reading. That's one. And two, right now, literacy rates are so low. We have a literacy rate of about 11% of people globally cannot read or write. And while we are not directly dealing with literacy rates, we are dealing with trying to promote reading. Because at the rate that students are going right now, if we are not giving them that extra push or trying to give out books to libraries,
they're not going to read. And both of us, as Haneen said before, we've grown up with books. And because of that, we know like the profound impact they've had on us today.
Right.
And I think we can both safely say that books play a major role in shaping who we are today.
Amazing.
Yeah, and even when we look at like books of fiction, fiction books don't predominantly tell you how to have an imagination or encourage you to think more creatively. They also teach you how to represent yourself in society.
Interesting.
You know when you read a book and you think, I don't like that specific character.
Yeah.
There's obviously a characteristic that the writer has shaped for that character that you are meant not to like.
And the power of words.
Yeah, in short, books make you think, and thinking is something that everyone could do a bit more of with. So
yeah,
it's very interesting. I mean, thing is, as you read a book, your brain takes that process in building that character in your own perspective. But let's say this versus watching something on YouTube is a totally different experience. So in your own words, let's start with you, Aisha. How do you feel reading a book?
So for me, I think the most exciting part of reading a book is that no matter what my own experiences are, or the experiences of the characters, no matter how different they are, I've noticed that the feelings and like the inherent humanness of like us like is prevalent in like all sorts of characters, and the feelings that we may not have gone through the same experiences as characters in books, but we do experience the same feelings, and there's just something very comforting in knowing that you're not alone in feeling the way you're feeling, especially during these times when everything feels like it's out of order.
For me, I feel like I'm entranced into the world that I'm reading. You are instantly transported and you feel like you're living a new life with the characters of the book. So for me, it's like putting on rose-colored glasses and looking at the world from a different view. And to me, books are a way to escape reality. And I think that's why books are so powerful. If you're having a hard day, the first thing you do is you can pick up a book and sit and flip these pages and feel a sense of gratification and happiness that you are no longer sitting in an environment that you feel sad or aggrieved by, but a situation or a place where you can find that slight sense of happiness.
Amazing. One of our team members, Khalid Hijras, he's writing a book right now. I'm sure he's loving everything right now that's happening in this interview. This is so interesting how you just explain how a book makes you feel. Because a lot of people right now, when they just like go watch YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, right? So what happens is that it seems that whatever they hear it in somebody else's voice and in the way they talk. So that is what gets imprinted in their brain. But when you read a book, apparently you develop your own way of how you, I would say, pursue or convey a message through a book. So now, we can't talk about this forever, definitely. But what I would like to know is the process. So I got a lot of books that I would like to help you with and donate. So what's the process?
So on our Instagram, we've told people that they can contact us through DMs and if they have any books to donate. And most probably, like, we'll be able to come around and pick them up. And or if they'd like, they can drop them off themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, so once we get the message from people, we will normally get back to them with, for example, the condition we want the books to be in. So we take books that are mint condition, good condition, or slightly used.
Okay.
So nothing that has torn pages or seems to be flimsy or tattered.
They don't have to be perfect, but presentable.
Presentable,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a stack of books. Thing is, I want to read, swear to God. I really want to spend some time and read, but I haven't been doing that much recently by actually 3 years. So I guess they're in good condition. Definitely. Okay, so I will just DM you and then either I can just deliver it, and just drop it, or we can pick it up halfway through.
Yeah.
Great.
That'd be great, yeah.
So recently, what's been your activities?
So we've been organizing weekends that we have less of a school workload. So we launched over the summers. So for us, it was more free to be able to go around in the weekends or the weekdays. But now we are trying to be as mindful as we can with our school workload. And we go around Bahrain completely, be it Askar or Muharraq. We're going back and forth just to get these books.
Over the summer, we had like a 5-hour trip where we just went all around the country just collecting books from people, and it was great. Honestly, it was an experience. Yeah. But we haven't had much time to do that again because school started soon after. But since school started, we got to tell people in school about it, and people didn't know about it because people don't really
use socials.
Or like even if they do, they're not interested in stuff like this relating to books because that's not what people are interested in these days. But in school, we can easily tell our friends and tell their friends about what we're doing, and we've already gotten a few
we're approaching the 400 mark just with books from school.
Yeah, like,
Wow.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, if I'm going to ask you, what do you think of the book culture in Bahrain? Is it okay? It needs some work? We went backwards. It's actually, getting hyped again. What do you think, Hani?
I think a lot of writers are up and coming.
Okay.
That being said, I am a poet myself. So right now, I'd like to say that the younger generation is full force moving forward with the book culture. Be it writing, starting initiatives. There's an initiative locally called The People. They set up moving libraries, and they just invite.
Moving libraries.
Yes.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Like a truck? Oh,
Not really. They choose locations and they stay there for a couple of months
And set up
they
their
use them.
books, and it's
No
it's
way.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, great. What about you? What do you think about the book culture here?
Well, I moved to Bahrain like 4 years ago.
Okay.
So I can't really compare what it was like before to now, but I mean, like as Anine said, like the younger generation seems to be like powering ahead with like encouraging reading again. But I still feel like there's obviously room for improvement, but I feel like you could say that about anywhere, any part of the world at this moment, because I always think there's more we can do. And I'm a writer myself. I haven't published anything, but I won 2 short stories and 2 short story competitions in the GDN like some months back. And that's another initiative which I really enjoyed because it was promoting writing, and there were so many amazing entries in those, and I really enjoyed reading all of them. And it seems like people are slowly getting back into the flow of reading and the arts, and it's nice to see. So,
I think one of the things that is slightly putting a standstill is the difficulty of finding publishers. So I was looking into publishing myself, and it was a very prolonged process that I've just taken a pause from.
Wow.
Yeah.
I used to work for a bookstore a long time ago. Actually one of my first jobs for me was working at a small kiosk in Bahrain Mall. Long time ago. We're talking about like 2006.
Whoa.
Yeah, that long. I'm an old guy. So I mean, at that point, it's that I just noticed that was happening. It's like people like see books as a way of just reading. It's just like part of our lifestyle. But I saw in front of me how the social media culture came and took that little by little until we reached where we are today. Finding publishers was difficult even back then.
Yeah.
But right now, I mean, don't you think like going online, like, Amazon books, stuff like that, would that ease the process, or do you think we still have some difficulties to get a book published?
It's still difficult because when you look at like Amazon publishing, that stopped because that was the cheapest gateway for writers to get their books published. So even if you are looking into publishers abroad, it still costs you a lot to push forth your book. And obviously it's a gamble.
It's a gamble, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, what I love hearing about this is that when you read a book, right, you enjoy it, you just get indulged and you delve into the whole matter. You don't hear a lot of stories like, oh, I got depressed because of a book. Anxiety.
That's the best part. Even if a book's depressing, at least for me, it never makes me sad, just because, as I said before, it's comforting knowing that other people have feelings too, because sometimes it feels like you're all alone and whatever you're feeling is just like inherent to you only, and you feel so like isolated and you feel like there's no one who can possibly understand and possibly help, and then you read a book and you're like, oh, other people feel this too. So it's great.
Amazing.
It's great.
I mean, you said yourself just earlier, like literacy is 11% lower than what it used to be.
Yeah.
Like just offset, as we talked about some stats, is that the viewership of Bahrain consuming social media went above 4 billion views a month.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So it tells you what kind of culture we're in right now. But along with that, you get to hear stories about people getting more depressed, anxiety because of their consumption of social media. The dopamine levels are always up and all that kind of stuff. They get distracted, they can't remember stuff. So do you think all of that can be solved by reading a book? Like retaining memory, more focus, better structure?
I think scientifically there have been many studies about retaining memory and focus levels with the number of books that you read on a monthly basis. But to get there, we need to start by forming these healthy habits, which start with starting to read and increasing the rate at which a person reads a book every month.
Amazing.
And of course we can't like generalize and say like all these problems will be solved just by reading a book, but it's a stepping stone. And even though like it might not directly solve a problem, like it is useful in getting back on track and just kind of getting your thoughts together, and that is probably the most important step to getting better.
You know, it's been very interesting. Like, I was like, on top of my head, I'm like, they're smarter than me. I need to be very careful with my questions. But it's been an amazing talk, definitely. So any last words to your viewers?
I think we'd like to say that if anyone would like to volunteer, our website is going live really soon, and we're putting a form up. If you would like to start helping us, please send in your application or your responses, and we'll be sure to consider you for a position with us.
And if you have any questions, our DMs are always open.
Wow, okay, can I sign up?
Yeah.
I love the name Traveling Pages. Before we end this, who thought of this name?
It was a joint. It was weird.
Adventure Capital?
Yeah, like we were experimenting with a lot of different names, putting words together, and then we tried Googling some stuff up, like words related to books. And then we got pages from that.
Right.
And then we threw in traveling because the books are moving from a person to another.
Exactly, like the transfer of knowledge from person to person.
I love that. It's so smart and brilliant. Well, bless you for doing this. And I'm sure your future is going to be super bright because you're going to bright up other people's futures.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you
so much.
Much appreciated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the future is definitely brighter with Traveling Pages, with that interview taking place right here on Bahrain Now. Well, looking to explore Bahrain's sea trips, water sports, and land-based activities, our next guest has got you covered. Mohammed Al-Jassim from Experience Bahrain is here to tell us more about his adventure with Experience Bahrain. Well, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Definitely, it's a pleasure. So, you know, we always get to have this question. What is there to actually do in Bahrain, to experience? And then we have Experience Bahrain. Through your Instagram, we get to see a lot of things. There's a lot to be done. So tell us more about Experience Bahrain.
We started the Experience Bahrain in 2016 to focus on water-based activities. And throughout the last 5-6 years, we've developed the business to basically include all types of water activities. Today, we're the most comprehensive water sports activity center, where we have from short boat trips to long full-day escapes, fun adventures, kayaks, SUPs, jet ski rentals, jet ski tours, kayak tours, fishing trips, wakeboarding, all types of water activities.
Well, that's a lot of activities, actually. I mean, you've been really busy.
We've been, we developed a good team. The team basically is, each one has their own focus. So we have our scuba diving team. They focus on scuba diving, pearl diving, snorkeling, and amongst other things. And then it's been a fun. It's always fun. I mean, water, sea. It's fun-based adventures all year long.
I mean, you've been doing water business for a long time. I'm talking about water activities. You had a scuba diving business going on.
Yeah, Experience Bahrain basically came out. I rebranded the business in May this year.
Oh, wow.
With basically to make it more focused and expand some of the activities. For the business started purely as a scuba business in 2016. And basically it's a seasonal business. Wanted to make it more sustainable, develop the business into resort-based sort of rental activities, expanded it to sea trips. And today we have Experience Bahrain, where the planners we're looking to bring in land adventures as well. So to tie up the land and sea and become truly a comprehensive tourism activity center, where it's a one-stop shop of sea and land.
Love it. What kind of land activities we're looking at here?
I'm looking basically to try to create new activities that will give people certain experiences, i.e. the name Experience Bahrain. We have the museums, we have the pearl diving. I want to sort of integrate the two and develop something where people can come and truly experience the heritage of Bahrain.
Wow.
So for example, one of the main things that we're doing today is pearl diving. It's going to the pearl walk, giving them the background in terms of pearl, and then experiencing becoming a modern pearl diver. They would see the history, they would then experience it themselves. And then if they find pearls whenever in one of the activities that they do with us, they can actually we take them to the gem laboratory, where they can go and get the pearl tested as well.
No way.
But we're trying to create a comprehensive experience for the tourists, for the residents, for the locals. And حتى today Bahraini locals, very few have experienced pearl diving, for example.
Right.
It's something that it's part of our heritage, part of what we do. But it's something. This is just one activity that we are, that we promote in terms of land and sea.
Love that. You said now between locals, residents, nationals, and tourists. Have you noticed that, there are different activities that are popular with different kind of people?
To be honest, I wouldn't go from I wouldn't really characterize it or categorize it in terms of residents, locals, and there are different people that like different activities.
Okay.
So you have people that like to get just to chill out, just go out for a boat trip.
Right.
Just going out to sea.
Right.
Some would like the adventure of going catching fish. Some would like to scuba dive. Some would like to go to, for example, one of the islands. Jarada is a popular one, for example.
Okay.
And they just enjoy their day out. So it's there is something for every type of personality or person.
Okay.
I think that's how I would categorize it.
I want to go to Jarada, actually. I never tried that.
It's one of our gems in Bahrain. It's known as some people calling it the Maldives of Bahrain. Clear waters, beautiful place to go. And there are a lot of other activities in Bahrain. People today, if they talk about Bahrain, they're talking about Jarada, for example, when it comes to sea adventures. Right. But you can go, we have Cutrek, for example, which is a boat which is half in the water, half outside. A beautiful place for snorkeling. You can even scuba dive there. That's another activity that you can do. But there's been a lot of focus in terms of Jarada because of how beautiful the sea clear, the waters are clear in Jarada. But there are, the sea in Bahrain offers a lot of other activities that you can actually do and enjoy.
It's very interesting that you don't get to hear a lot about a group of businessmen or Bahrainis who are passionate about a touristic business. You hear them say, it's food, more food than maybe some online businesses, but you don't get to hear a lot about your activities. So we do appreciate what you're doing here, definitely opening your eyes to new possibilities and new frontiers when it comes to Bahrain, because Bahrain has a lot to offer, like you just presented to us.
See, I used to be an investment banker.
Oh, wow.
And I left investment banking around 2015, and that's when I started the business purely as a hobby, and it was just something for me to do something on a weekend or have fun, basically. And then I noticed there is a gap in the market. There is demand in the market. There are a lot of resorts today. We're an island. There are a lot of resorts in Bahrain. A lot of these resorts don't have the water activities, and that's one aspect that I wanted to sort of focus on. The second aspect is to train people in terms of water activities. A lot of people go to sea in Bahrain, but they're not, they've never had really training. So we got international accreditation from the Royal Yachting Association in the UK, where we teach them to powerboat, sail, in terms of sailboats. We teach jet ski training.
Nice.
And it's all of them are international certifications. Plus we have the scuba diving, and we're a 5-star dive resort center, so we train scuba diving as well, and we do wakeboard training as well on a specific wakeboard boat which is basically a specifically custom-built boat, U.S. Boat that is used for wakeboarding. So it's a matter of getting people in the water, teaching them, how to operate, how to enjoy the seas in a safe manner, and that's one of the things we've sort of been focusing on. So when that gap, I saw there was a gap in the market, and I decided to focus a little bit more in terms of business, and then it basically just started growing. Today we're in 5 different locations. So we are in Amwaj Marina. We're in the Bahrain Yacht Club, Al Banda Resort, the Grove Resort, Jow Resort.
Wow.
So we're in 5 locations. We're looking at possibly expanding to another maybe location this year as well. And it's a place where we meet a lot of people, and we basically enjoy the time with them in the water and so on. And that's why the expansion to go into land, that's basically just a natural thing to do. We were doing the water activities, and we've sort of built a good reputation and a good team that delivers good service when it comes to the water activities.
Right.
And it's only natural now to look at the land tours and adventures, so we can actually really provide a comprehensive solution of experiencing Bahrain.
It seems like a legit plan, actually, and everything. Right now, you did sound like an investment guy. It's like it makes a lot of sense. I mean, everything you said right now, you saw the gap in the market, and you went to that, and you just filled it up, and now you're expanding. That's amazing.
It's the investment banker is in me, and all the time. But it's I think it's the fun aspect. I think Bahrain has a lot to promote. We work a lot with the Bahrain tourism in developing various sort of concepts, various activities. We work very closely with them in promoting Bahrain. Over the last couple of years, we've had guests come in from. We've invited people from Russia that are basically a dives club in Russia that came over. We've had some guests from the UK where they've come over to experience pearl diving, experience other activities in Bahrain. So we work very closely with the Tourism and Exhibition Authority in development of various aspects that will promote Bahrain, and that puts Bahrain in a let's say one of the roadmaps or one of the locations for people to come over and experience something different.
Phenomenal. So I'm sold. That's it. We want to do this. So how can I actually locate you? Where should I go? You said 5 locations, but I'm sure that have a main place I can go to and can just program my day.
Our main office location is Amwaj Marina. So we're based out of Amwaj Marina.
Right.
The office is there. We do all the trips, most of the trips from Amwaj Marina. The other locations, Bahrain Yacht Club is our training center. So it's our sea school primarily, where we teach scuba diving, sailing, wakeboarding, and other water activities within that center. The other locations, I would say, are primarily for resort residents, resort guests that are coming in, for jet ski rentals, tours, and activities. We're on Instagram, we're on online. We're looking to develop an online booking model as well fairly soon. So we're launching that hopefully by within the last quarter of this year, which will encompass all our activities, and you can be as easy as going online, booking your trip, we have you all sorted and get you out and having fun. So.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, exciting fun, actually. Well, best of luck with that, with all the advancements and expansions. So with all that being said right now, we've talked about your future, what's happening now, and all the activities. Last words to your viewers right now.
I think, look, the sea activities, and I'll focus on sea now because we haven't launched the land.
Right.
Hopefully we're launching it by mid-October.
Right.
But I would say the sea activities in Bahrain, there's a lot that the Bahrain seas have to offer. And there are a lot of activities for everyone. Whether you're young, you're old, you can have something that you would like and you will enjoy in our waters. So, feel free anytime, come over, give us a call, and we'll sort out a full day out for you and the family.
It's amazing that been born and raised here for 38 years, and now I'm going to experience Bahrain in a different way with Experience Bahrain. I love that. Well, thank you so much for being with us here on Bahrain Now.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Experience Bahrain in a different way with Experience Bahrain. All that took place in an interview right here on Bahrain Now. Viewers, ladies and gentlemen, the famous words of Alan Shepard, "When I first looked back at the earth standing on the moon, I cried." And today we have Astronaut Adam, who calls himself the future Bahraini astronaut. Adam is 5 years old, yet he knows so much about space. Adam is sponsored by His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa and Bahrain Science Center, and he is the youngest student in the Talented Student Center at the Ministry of Education. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Astro Adam. Hey, how are you?
Fine.
Great. How do you feel today?
Good.
Good, great. You know, Adam, you're so smart. You're one of the few people that I'm gonna talk to with papers. I'm this time like, I wanna make this right. I'm gonna get it right, definitely. So what I'm seeing here, that you love space, planets, galaxies. Tell me about that.
So the galaxy was formed after a black hole. The center of our galaxy, there is the Andromeda galaxy eaten our galaxy in 2 million years.
2 million years. Wow, that's a very long time. Very, very long time. I love this. I love this. So we're gonna go more into that. Now, I'm so impressed with that. You know, Adam, so impressed. 2 million years. Whew, that's a very long time. Definitely a very long time. Now, you know about countries, right? So let me ask you this. How about, before we talk about the Big Bang theories and the planets, how about I test you to make sure if you know your flags or not. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. Okay. Starting with the first flag. Now, you ready, Adam?
Yeah. Finland.
Finland. Okay, cool.
France.
France. All right, nice.
Gabon.
Where is okay. Have you ever been there?
No.
Neither did I. All right. What about
Gambia.
Gambia? Oh, wow. Spain. Hola. All right.
But this one is Barbados.
Barbados. I love that. All right. I've never been there. I need to get my visa sorted. Okay.
Belgium.
Okay. Belgium. Awesome.
Bhutan.
Oh, right. I love the dragon.
Brazil.
Okay, great.
Iceland.
Oh, nice.
Greece.
Tikanis. Okay. I love Greek food. I really do. Like the beef kofta. It's one of my favorite. I'm gonna do that. Canada. All right, Canada. Eh? All right.
Comoros.
Nice. I've never seen this before. It's my first time. Oh man.
Dominican Republic.
Oh wow. Okay. How about you test me? Okay. Oh God. I can't believe. I'm gonna. Okay. Whew. Let's do.
Okay.
You told me. You told me it's Bataan.
Yeah.
Okay, we got this. Oh man, come on. I forgot. Belgium? Good. Look, it's somewhere between, okay, it starts with a ba, right? You like the ba letter? Okay. Badidi. Ah, man, I need to call a friend right now. Barbados. Barbados? Barbados. Okay, yes, you're saying it better than me. Definitely. Spain. Oh man. This is Gambia.
Yeah.
You're a great teacher. Do we have to do this?
Yeah.
Really? It ends with an N. Govern?
Yeah.
Right? No, you sure?
It's Gabon.
Gavin. Okay. Yes. France. Finland. Thank you very much. All right, Adam. Oh my God, you are amazing. Wow, you know all these flags. One day you may even.
I know more than these flags.
You know more than these flags?
I know 151. I mean, I know.
Yeah.
179.
179. I know. Let's talk about that later. I know some flags too.
You know just 16.
I know only 16. I'm lucky if I know only 16. I think I only know 6 at this point. The GCC and maybe America, Canada, maybe. Okay, well, you're smaller than me, that's for sure. Let's see what's happening here, man. So, we're gonna move on right now. Oh, let's talk about planets. What can you tell me about planets? What's your favorite planet?
HD 106906b. It's larger, even 11 times larger than Jupiter.
Say that again.
HD 106906b
Yeah.
is larger than Jupiter 11 times.
Where is that planet?
It's on another galaxy.
I mean, I think if I take a left turn on Jupiter, 10 light years ahead, I take a left on galaxy.
You go to Andromeda Galaxy, and
okay.
then you will go to a star called HD 100.
I
69.
I need to write that down just in case. I don't want to get lost. I don't think Google Map works there. So, okay, that is a good answer. That's a good answer. Now, I'm reading here is that there's a sad story about Pluto. Why is it a sad story? I mean, it says here it got kicked out from the planets. Why?
Because it didn't meet one of the criteria.
Which criteria?
It didn't clear its orbit.
It didn't clear its orbit?
Yeah, it was in the Kuiper Belt.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it says right here. Wow, man. I never knew that. I don't think most of us actually do. But that's why you're going to be our future astronaut. One day what I want to do, honestly, that you and I can go to space and both of us can take a selfie with the Earth behind us. Now, that would be cool, right?
Jupiter behind us with Mars, 2 of these planets behind the Kuiper Belt with Sirius.
That would be way better.
Yeah.
See, you are a true astronaut. That's it. I am so honored to meet you today. That is for sure. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. So, Adam, now going more into the subject here, Now, one of my favorite TV shows is The Big Bang Theory. I love the show, but I don't really know much about The Big Bang Theory. What can you tell me about The Big Bang Theory?
When a cosmic egg, there was an egg that was bigger than even anything.
Okay.
So the universe started when this egg, the cosmic egg, heated up because there's so much of high heat.
Wow. I always watched the TV show, but I never knew what it meant. So no, thank you, Astro Adam. Now I know what the Big Bang Theory is. Heading more to our questions here. It seems that you know more about the creation of nebulas. What is it? Tell me.
The nebulas were formed when small stars were exploded.
Okay, I'll put that in mind, for future reference. This could save my life one day. Oh, actually, it seems that there is more about the exoplanets. What is that? Tell me more.
HD 106906b is one of them.
Okay. I will pretend that I know what you talked about or what you said, but because you're too smart, like over there. This is amazing. This is amazing. I am so proud, and I know I'm in safe hands with you, definitely. Because exoplanets, I've never heard about that before. So I know that you know. What matters that you know, because you are the future. Exoplanets. I'm gonna be more. I would say I'm gonna read more about it. The next time we're gonna talk about exoplanets, we're gonna take an entire episode. Deal? Deal. Oh, so actually, you know more about the planet's atmosphere. Tell me more about that.
The planet's atmosphere for Mars, it has a lot of carbon dioxide, to like 82%, but Venus has 99%.
So that's CO2, carbon dioxide. Huh, that's a huge...
CO2.
Exactly.
It's carbon dioxide.
See, thankfully I know that, definitely. It's a lot of CO2, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, oh wow.
It's
oh, wow.
only good for trees.
Okay, okay. Now, we talked about Big Bang Theory. We talked about planets, exoplanets. We talked about flags. How about we go, as it says here, we're gonna go with chemistry. You ready? So what I'm gonna do right now, we have a list of letters, but they represent certain atoms and certain, chemistry in the world, and we need to know more about. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play this game with you again, but this time, we're gonna go with atoms. And here we go. Yeah, now. Okay, you ready? Atom, let's go.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Oh.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Okay.
Gallium.
Gallium. Okay, this is my first time to meet a gallium.
Silver.
Silver. My grandfather's a silversmith, so we're gonna teach him that today.
Gold.
Gold. Oh, silver, gold. I never knew that. My late grandfather, the other one, used to be a goldsmith. Well, okay. Gold. Okay, and?
Potassium.
Potassium. It starts with a, okay, it's a K. It says potassium. Okay, cool.
It's a very difficult one.
It is, right? It is. But you got it, so that's what matters.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Okay.
Helium.
Helium. Okay, okay. You know it all. You definitely know it all. Wow. So, you know flags. You know all about the planets. You know about the Big Bang Theory. So, you are the future astronaut, right? I really want to go out there in outer space with you one day. And like I said, take a selfie with you with Jupiter behind us. That's going to be amazing, right?
Yeah.
Which planet do you want to go to?
Venus.
Venus, okay. All right, all right. All right, okay, cool. So apparently you're going to go to Venus. I'm still confused between, I'm not sure if I want to go to Mars or the moon. It depends on the budget, really, honestly.
Mars is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, we can just live there and make a laboratory.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
We can?
Yeah.
Deal.
We can bring parts and then we will build it.
I want to open up like a small shop over there.
And we will do an underground base. We'll go in 55 Cancer Bay, we'll dig up some diamonds.
We can do that?
Yeah.
We're going to be rich. We're going to dig Martian diamonds.
Yeah.
And bring them back to Earth.
To Mars and then put them in the underground base.
I would love that. I would love that. I will open a store there. I'm going to call it Astronaut Diamonds. What do you think?
Yeah, but they're too expensive. One of them is $2,000 and one of them is $10,000.
$10,000. We can use dollars on Mars? Yes. Yes. I love that. I love that. Okay. How about this, Astro Adam? We have a surprise for you. What do you think of that? You like surprises? So don't go away. Stay with us right here. Right? Don't go away. All right?
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after this, it's going to be a beautiful surprise. Stay tuned. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with a beautiful surprise. All right, Astro Adam, open your eyes. Look at that. It's all yours. It's a gift. We got yourself a moon miner game, and what we have here is solar system construction kit and all the cool stuff.
I have this one.
But it's a different edition.
Yeah.
More stuff. What about the moon miner game? You're gonna mine on the moon. For you, astronaut. This is all for you. We got even a space guy right there.
I have one like that.
You have one of these? Awesome. But this, I think this is different. He is having a little thing going on over there. He is a soccer player on the moon.
Me too, I have one.
Awesome, awesome.
But the moon is broken because I just picked it up because I want to know.
Okay.
Like, it was so dirty, and then I just washed it and then put it back.
Now you can get another one and do it all over again. Okay, you get another one sitting on the moon, like doing a yoga move, like
I have one like this.
You see, that's why you're Astro Adam. Well, Adam,
Have the snowball right?
You know the snowball, right? I love that too. So with all of this, what's gonna happen? Let's say 15, 20 years from now, hopefully I'll still be around, okay? What were you gonna do as we promise? I won't say promise, but let's say as we wish right now, our dream, you and I, okay?
In front of Jupiter, we take a selfie on the window.
You got that?
Yeah.
Fist bump that. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Adam, you're awesome. You are Astro Adam awesomeness. Definitely. You got yourself a miner and you got yourself a solar system construction kit. I have to read that, because I've never been into space programs before. So I can only wait to see what you will do in the future. Okay, Adam? Amazing, amazing. Well, now that's it for now, and can't wait to be with you on Jupiter or on Mars. Which one do you pick?
Mars.
Mars. Mars it is. What's the language on Mars?
I don't know.
I need to speak Martian. I need to watch some Martian movies and, get myself familiar with the Martian language. All right? Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was it. The pride of Bahrain. The future astronaut of Bahrain, Astro Adam, was with us right here on Bahrain Now. And I cannot wait. And you never know. Me, Astro Adam, and even maybe you will be on Mars taking a selfie with Jupiter and other planets behind us. So thank you so much for being with us right here on Bahrain Now.